Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 10. Now, this review is a bit late. I'm sorry, I haven't made a video in about a week. I've just been kind of busy. I've been working a lot of hours, so this review is late, but I am about to make a bunch of videos. Like for the next few days, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos. I have a bunch of Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead videos that I've been planning, and I'm going to start making them over the course of the next few days and get caught up because, you know, like I've already planned them, so I know what the videos are going to be about, so I'm going to make them. So there's going to be a lot of content over the next few days to make up for the week-long absence of any new content. But yeah. This episode was actually pretty good. It was probably, I'd say, out of the 10 so far, it's probably, I'd say, in the top 3. I really liked Episode 8. I really liked Episode 10, this episode. And Episode 1 was pretty good. I don't know, I'm not sure what exactly the top 3 are. I think Episode 8 and Episode 10, for me, are 2 of the top 3 episodes so far. This season of Fear has not been all bad. I'm starting to think maybe this back half might be a lot better than the first half. It's starting to seem like maybe, because you got all the characters together. You know, you got Dwight and Daniel Salazar. They keep interacting with each other. That's awesome. I mean, Dwight and Daniel Salazar are just such awesome characters, and I knew that they would be in Season 5. I wasn't even sure that they'd make it this long. I thought Daniel Salazar would do his thing, he'd cameo and leave again, maybe get killed off. Dwight would be in 3 episodes, maybe get killed off. I mean, I know that we had gone a while without seeing Dwight, but we had gone a while without seeing Merle, and Merle still died like a little bit after he came back, so I don't know. I was kind of worried about how they had handled Dwight and Daniel Salazar, and Dwight has a pretty big role in this episode. I really loved him. I really loved his scenes. I loved his scenes with him and the guy. I guess the guy that works for Logan. One of the guys that work for Logan. I loved Dwight's dialogue. I loved Austin Emilio's performance when he's like, "Go ahead, torture me. You see my face? What are you gonna do? I haven't already, you know." I really liked his attitude, and it's cool that they're sort of realistically giving Dwight a redemption story and sort of realistically building Dwight back up into a good person, because, you know, he was kind of sort of a pessimist, realistic survivor in The Walking Dead. That's why he became one of Negan's top people after he got his face burned. He just sort of accepted the harsh reality of things, and he was willing to do bad stuff because that was how he lived. That was how he got to live, is by doing bad stuff to other people, working for Negan. So he's not like that anymore, but he still sort of struggles with that mentality of he doesn't want to do the right thing, and then just everyone got killed because they did the right thing. He's a little more realistic than Morgan is. Morgan just wants to do the right thing no matter what, and Dwight kind of wants to be sort of realistic, and I like that. And I like the scene between Morgan and Dwight where they're talking about it, and Morgan's like, you know, we're not doing careful, we're doing right, and Dwight wants to be really smart about it. He doesn't want them to make mistakes and get killed. So he ends up, once he gets captured by that guy, he ends up getting the upper hand, and he points a gun at him, and he decides not to shoot him. You know, he lets him go. He says, "Look, this is a second chance for you. You know, I've been given a second chance in my life." I think that's what he says. I think he talked about like Daryl giving him another chance or something, but he said, "Look, you know, this is a second chance for you. This is a chance for you to start over." I think he says, "I'm an asshole, but I'm trying not to be." I really liked Dwight's dialogue in this episode. I'm a big fan of Dwight and Austin Emilio, but I honestly liked his writing in this episode. I wasn't sure that they would write him well, because, you know, the writing hasn't always been good in the season, so I wasn't sure if they'd handled Dwight well. But I liked his dialogue. I liked his moments in this episode. Now, Morgan and Grace. I called it romance. I fucking called it. I said they would have romance. I made that video, what was it, 2 weeks ago, about Morgan and Grace having a romance. And honestly, I should have I might have made a video about it like months ago. I don't know. I don't remember. I should have, because I knew from the episode that Grace was introduced. I just had a feeling that they would have a romance. I didn't really want to be one of those people that ships everyone, but I couldn't shake off this feeling. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she literally did tell him to take his clothes off the second they first met, so there's that. I don't know, but I just felt like Grace and Morgan did have a chemistry, and you know, Morgan has not had a romance since his wife at the very beginning of The Walking Dead, so it's been a while for him, and obviously he's still struggling to move on from his wife and his son Dwayne, which I like. You know, they've never really done that much with that. He's mentioned his wife and his son occasionally, but for the most part, he doesn't really want to talk about them or talk about what happened to his son getting killed and everything. And it's still something that really, really deeply just sort of, he's still messed up about it. He hasn't moved on. He's not ready for a new relationship. At the end of the episode, Grace is ready for a relationship. Like, she's wanting a romance, I feel like. And Morgan, he's just too hurt over whatever you want to call it. He's still messed up over the death of his family. Even if it was a few years ago in the show's timeline, he still hasn't moved on from his wife and son. So I like that. I like that they're really addressing this part of Morgan, because I was wondering when they would. I felt like eventually Morgan would get a love interest, and it seems like this is the time where they're sort of setting that up and setting up Morgan sort of being willing to move on and have romance with someone else. I mean, maybe they don't, maybe they do, but I think Grace likes him and he likes her back, but he's just struggling to move on from his wife and son. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where their romance goes. Hopefully Grace doesn't die of cancer before they, like, you know, kiss. It's Fear the Walking Dead, so they're probably gonna kiss and then she dies. That's usually what happens. Like, if someone gets together and they're happy 5 seconds later. I mean, sometimes there's like Glenn and Maggie, so sometimes you can have a romance for a while. So we'll see where they go with Morgan and Grace, and how long Grace lives and how long she has left. But as far as the mall goes, I loved that. I loved it as a set piece, and it was just cool that they were, you know, fighting an army of walkers in a mall, and Morgan was using a remote-controlled car to move them around and distract them. That was awesome. It actually looks like they had a budget for this episode. It just seems like they actually spent some money on this episode, which is always a nice thing. They don't always do that on either show, but yeah. I liked them all as a set piece. I thought that was pretty cool. And, you know, Daniel Salazar was in a few scenes in this episode, so that was great. I think he's been in like 6 episodes so far. He usually leaves by now, so it's good that he hasn't left yet. Maybe Ruben Blades will stick around for a while. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. But I love every scene that Dwight and Daniel get. I love that they keep giving Dwight and Daniel scenes. Like, yes, Dwight and Daniel, that is awesome. That's an awesome friendship to have on the show. 2 awesome characters. Every scene that they have together is just gold. Pretty much every scene they have individually is gold. So I'm glad that both characters are still on the season. Hopefully they're in season 6. That'd be great. But yeah, what else? Is there anything else? Yeah, we didn't get like Alicia or Strand. We're getting those characters next episode. But overall, this was a pretty good episode. I really liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would. Definitely one of my favorite episodes out of the season so far. I actually really enjoyed this episode. It's nice to say that. It's nice to say I really enjoyed an episode of Fear the Walking Dead, because I like Fear the Walking Dead for the most part. I want to like this season so bad, and I'll admit it's made it kind of difficult at some points. The first 7 episodes, there just wasn't much that happened. The kids, everyone's giving speeches, annoying kids, everyone's giving speeches, annoying kids. No one dies. There's like not even barely any walker kills. Characters make really stupid decisions and really ridiculous things happen. That's basically the first 7 episodes in a nutshell. And then there was episode 8, which is pretty good because things actually happened and all the characters came together and got on that plane, and that was badass. And Logan actually came back for the first time in 12 years, so it actually moved the plot forward instead of just the stupid radiation for 8 episodes. Episode 8 was good, and then episode 9 was pretty good. It was an interesting episode. I thought it at least had a good flow to it, even with the different style, with the interviews and stuff. And then episode 10, this episode is pretty good, so it's nice that this episode was good. Hopefully Fear the Walking Dead can continue to be good. You know, the rest of the season can actually be enjoyable and good. That would be awesome. We'll just have to wait and see. We got 6 more episodes, and then, you know, season 6, so we'll just have to see how the rest of the season goes. I hope it's good. But yeah, anyway, that is my review, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't be shy, hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 582 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is really, really appreciated. We are 18 subscribers away, just 18 more people away from that 600 goal, so hopefully we can get there. Can't wait for 600. Very, very super close to 600 subscribers. But yeah, anyway, with all that said, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!